Hey fans, Mykle Hunter here, and welcome to part 1 of the episode Metal playthrough. And right now I have Eddie Lebron with us. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Excellent.
So, have you ever played Sonic 4 Episode 2 before?
I have, but only briefly. When it was released, I think at that time I was out of the country, so I couldn't purchase it on the day of the release. And now that I'm back, I'm working to get the Sonic trailer out for my Sonic fan film, so I haven't had adequate time to play it, but I played it at my producer's house for a little bit. He played more of it because I was working while he was playing it, so I'm familiar. I got a gist of it, especially this. This is, I remember this was amongst the first things he showed me because he found this to be fantastic, especially since Sonic CD is it's one of my favorite games of all time, and I mean, you can essentially say this takes place right after Metal Sonic's demise in Sonic CD, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he made it a point like, Eddie, you have to see this, you have to see this. So he showed me the opening cutscene, and he played for a little bit, and now it's an initiative. I gotta play this within the next 2 weeks. I'm just so busy that once I get a little downtime, I'm gonna buy it and beat it, so.
That's cool. So you just said you were out of the country. Where were you? Were you like taking a vacation or something?
Kind of a vacation. It was a family gathering. I went with my family, who I don't normally get to do things with because I'm always working, and we went on a cruise to the Bahamas, and it was...
Oh, wow.
Yeah, really nice, and it was... I mean, I worked while I was on the trip, but not as intensely as I do when I'm home, so it was really nice, and I was able to get some various B-roll and shots for my Sonic fan film. Nothing major, but stuff that I can pepper throughout the movie to up the production value, so...
That's cool.
I killed 2 birds with 1 stone, so very happy about that.
That's cool.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to the Sonic fan film. I don't care what anyone says about the fur and stuff. I like it.
His newest render, the newest render of Sonic, looks so phenomenal. So when people see that, I guess in the trailer, or even in the still that we're about to release, I think it's going to ease a lot of people who thought that maybe he was going to look a little weird. But yeah. Now, I've always had this inkling. I don't know if it would happen in the near future, but I've always wanted to do a battle between Metal Sonic and Sonic on a live-action grand scale, and I remember wanting to tinker with that in the film, but then I felt that I was putting way too much into such a short piece that I'm pitching to make into a feature. And I feel like the build-up to Metal Sonic is kind of a big deal. You don't want to it's kind of like Venom and Spider-Man, where, it's appropriate to put Venom in the 3rd film, but then if you handle him wrong, then it defeats the whole purpose, so...
Yeah.
Metal Sonic, to me, is kind of one of those legendary video game villains, just because there's nothing cooler than a villain who is on the same playing field, on the same ground, but yet more powerful as your hero, because, although he's a robot, he's
I just died.
Although Metal Sonic is a villain and he's a robot, he acquires many of Sonic's traits and abilities, and then some. So it's almost like turns Sonic into even more of an underdog, so... the same could be said about Superman and various other villains. I guess Superman and Doomsday comes to mind, where Doomsday has some... He has on strength, he has what Superman has, and then some, so...
Yeah. Yeah, even though he's not as powerful, I wish they would bring back Mecha Sonic. I really liked his design.
Oh, his design was fantastic.
Yeah, I always thought there was much more they could have done with him. And I just died again.
Huh.
Yeah, the level design is kind of crazy on Episode Metal.
Oh wow.
It almost seems kind of thrown together too at the same time.
I remember when I was a kid, whenever I would role play Sonic with a bunch of my friends, one of our favorite, which I've never seen in a Sonic game or in a Sonic fan film or anything, something I'm going to end up using, which if anyone uses it within the next few weeks after listening to this, I know that they stole my idea, is, I don't know if it has been done, but I've always wanted to see kind of the Terminator aspect of Metal Sonic, in which he, you know, has the synthetic fur and skin, and he takes on the role of Sonic as an imposter, and in battle his skin comes off and all of a sudden it's revealed that it's Metal Sonic. Just kind of, I feel there's a lot of potential in Metal Sonic just kind of stealing the identity of Sonic and doing something with that. Has that been done before?
I don't think so. Not in an official game or
in a
comic.
Game. I don't know if it was done in the comic, but it always seemed to make sense to me that it almost seems like something Robotnik would do is dress up, you know, Metal Sonic as a means of, you know, tarnishing either the good name of Sonic or just, I guess in the world of my film, guns would be on Sonic's tail if an imposter Metal Sonic kind of acted as him.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. That's why you are a movie producer, because you have great ideas.
Some ideas. Something I hope to do one day, but I don't know.
What do you mean to... Oh, okay. You're talking about the whole Terminator thing you'd like to do one day, or...
Yeah.
Okay. So I was thinking, you're already making movies. What do you mean you like to do it one day?
I would like to make a movie one day. But, yeah, what more can be said about Metal Sonic? I mean, I don't think so. In any video game, to my knowledge, no. I've seen everything. I don't think we've ever heard him say a word, have we?
In the Sonic movie, he says there is only one Sonic.
Yeah,
that was about the only thing you hear from him.
Okay.
And in Sonic Heroes, he says all lifeform data successfully copied.
Okay, alright.
Yeah. And of course the it's no use, but why can't I defeat you?
Okay, yes, I remember that.
Yeah.
I guess in my mind I was thinking more along the lines of, and then I don't know if it defeats the whole character of Metal Sonic, is which he doesn't really have a character. He's a blank slate. He's essentially a Terminator-esque character, which he has one primary goal, and in most of it it's to destroy Sonic. So I don't know if the whole concept of introducing a personality to him and giving him some sort of voice and characterization would be accepted by people. Personally, I would like that a lot, mainly because I feel Metal Sonic has the potential to be an even more menacing and powerful, darker villain than Robotnik.
Yeah, they kind of brought that out in Sonic Heroes, but after that, they kind of went away from that for some reason.
Yeah, I have so many ideas for Metal Sonic in some sort of animated or movie form. I would just absolutely love to play with that character.
And I'm sure everybody would love to see whatever you would be able to come up with for that, but I don't know if you'll end up doing that sometime in the future, but that would be cool to see at some point.
Yeah. Never say never, but it's just, if I'm able to acquire some form of motion capture technology, which, depending on how you set it up, can be relatively cheap if you're smart enough to do it. I'm not. I would love to do a fight sequence between Sonic and Metal Sonic, because I feel like the hardest part of that would be animating. By then, I'm pretty sure I would have the computer power to render all this stuff quickly. It's just animating it is a pain in the butt, which is why it's taking so long to do my movie. The animating is such a pain in the butt.
Yeah. And some people are like, why is it taking so long just to release like a super short film? But people need to realize just how much work goes into it, especially with the level that you're doing it at, how professionally done you're doing it. And people just don't realize just how much work that takes.
Yeah, a lot of people, I mean, they say something along the lines of, oh, it takes this filmmaker such a... It takes me... I can easily do a short film in 2 weeks from writing it. I've done short films in 2 days. I produced something I did with Nathan Barnett, I did within a 3-day time period, writing it with him. He did most of the writing and shooting it, and it took him like a week to edit it. So I mean, it all boils down to, if this movie had no CG, the movie would have been done a year ago. And with having all of those elements of CG, the only way most films are able to get it done in such a short amount of time is when you have Industrial Light and Magic and a whole team of like 50 to 100 people animating every day. Then your movie's gonna, come out within a year with all those effects. Now I have a team of 5, maybe 6 people.
Oh wow.
And I think the only person who works on this film animation-wise on a daily basis is me, because everyone is doing this for no pay, and I cannot expect them to be dropping all of their obligations in life to help me on this movie. So
isn't this your first time doing some animation yourself?
Yeah, I had to train myself from the ground up, and the results I'm getting now are actually very good. I'm mainly due to the fact, since I'm a cinematographer by trade and a director when I would like to be, I understand, lighting and acting and these various other facets that I'm able to incorporate into animating and rendering. So if I didn't know anything about cinematography or directing, it would have not taken me such a short amount of time to kind of get some sort of bearings in working with this whole animation 3D stuff. So it was all good timing.
All right, well, that's about it for the first part of the episode Metal playthrough. Thank you very much, Eddie, for joining. And is there anything else you would like to say?
Just thank you for having me. I hope people visit bluecorestudios.com and sonicfanfilm.com. I'm doing a lot of great things in terms of directing and cinematography now. My career's doing fairly well, but I'm most excited about Sonic, which is thankfully coming out this summer, finally. So I can't wait until that's out and people can watch it.
All right. Yeah, thanks again. I'm definitely looking forward to the film. And this is Mykle Hunter. I guess I'll see you guys next time.
Peace, y'all.